There we go. That's how it's done. Yeah, I couldn't leave that alone. What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Omega, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we explored, well, finished exploring pretty much the vast majority of the Chozo Ruins here. There's still a couple of places that aren't quite accessible to us just yet, but for the most part, we've got everything. We've got just about all of our upgrades back. We've got our missiles back, we've got morph ball bombs, charge beam. I think the only thing we're really missing is a grapple beam and the Various suit. And our objective today is this big room up here. So, we're starting out here in the main plaza where we ended off last time, after getting, was it an energy tank up there? So, let's head back on over that way. I'm going to get rid of this thing. And snipe these nests like I did last time. Very convenient I can do that. So, our next destination is going to be that giant, well, not giant, but maybe a bit giant. It's a huge tower room with a big tree in it that looks like it's being poisoned. That is going to be our entrance points all the way up to where we want to go, and so I'm just going to tank the damage here. Easy does it. Here is Streak Bats. I remember you guys. You'll get me this time. Alright, I'm back in the Arboretum? I don't know how to say that word. Anyway. Let's begin heading on up. And this room is much like the watery hall, in which there are actually a few runes throughout this room that we need to find in order to open a door at the very top. I'm just going to get that over with right now, so I don't have to, you know, traverse this place twice. So here's one. Now, these were a different kind of weed that were spreading over that, but we can't actually scan it just yet, because if we do, it'll just come up with the fact that there's a runic symbol underneath them. So we can't scan those just yet. So, now we've got to start trying to find the other three. And this room constantly messes me up because there's always one that I miss. Just one. Maybe it's this one. I'm not too sure. Okay, but what we need to start climbing this place is the morph ball and the morph ball bombs, so we can get rid of these boxes here. Freaking wasp. I should have remembered there were wasps here so I could take out the hives. God damn it. Actually. So none of you can spawn in from that one again. There's another one. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Okay. Oh, there's another one up there, which I can't reach. Damn it. Alright, we'll scan it once we get up that way. That's not a new one, is it? No. I'll bring them all in anyway, just because. I think here we can... I missed some? Oh. That was a wasp around the corner. Fan-friggin-tastic. Alright, I think we can scan these things now. So we've got a new kind of weed here. The venom weed. Poisonous plant that retracts into the ground if threatened. Venom weeds evolve to thrive in the habitats of large organisms. They lure prey with brightly colored leaves, then detain it with tiny barbs that deliver a powerful toxin. Venom weeds rapidly decompose anything that succumbs in their midst. So, these are pretty much the upgraded tangle weeds you saw before. Just not only will these ones slow us down, they'll also actually hurt us. So, yeah, marginally more dangerous. Just trying to keep on the lookout for those runes, because again, whenever I play, there's always one. Which I may have actually missed already. God. Damn it. Alright, well there's this one that we saw before up here. Which makes 3. Which begs the question, where the hell's the 4th one? I think that's the one I constantly miss. Gotta go looking for it, just because, you know, I've played this game before. That was apparently obvious. Found it. Passed right by it too. I was so, you know, just distracted by the friggin' wasps that, you know, And now, we've opened the door up at the very top, which will allow us to move on. And up. Alright. Last little obstacle here, just bomb this open so we can morph ball on through. Okay, second last obstacle. There we go. And another tunnel. Die, plants! Wow, I really am an enemy to hippies everywhere. Well, that works. Can I scan this? No. The music's really died down. I sense something ominous approaching. Perhaps. That's a very big room. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Flora, the big boss of the Chozo Ruins. Again, first thing to do with any boss is scan it. Alright, Flora. This mutant plant is the source of toxic water in the ruins. Flora's growth cycle has been radically accelerated. As a result, it requires near constant exposure to solar energy to remain active. This exposure has made Flora's outer shell thick and durable. Its lower root system is unprotected and vulnerable, however. Exploit this flaw when possible. Concentrated weapon fire can daze it for short periods. And also, we have these here. This is also the only chance you'll get to scan these. These are Flora's tentacles. Fills this narrow drainage channel. Analysis indicates that Flora's central nervous system is located at the base of this structure. So, here's what we want to do with this fight. Optionally, you can just shoot the shit out of Flora here, and you'll see by the yellow there that we're not really doing any damage, but keeping up the fire will stun it for a few seconds, in which point you can come over to one of these mirrors here and shoot it with either a missile or a charge shot, which will knock it up and knock Flora over for the counts, well, for the time being anyway. This will also cause Flora's tentacles to retract, allowing us to morph ball on through and do some significant damage. Flora will shrink. It's melting, oh, what a world. And then now we have to contend with not just one solar mirror, but two! And this is pretty much how the fight is going to be going from here on. So, 4 hits will do the trick with this thing, and we got to keep watching out for its attacks like that. One thing I like to do with this fight here is I just like to stand in one place and shoot a missile at one and shoot a missile at the other from across the map. Now, you don't have to hit it from the red light on the back of the mirrors. You actually can just hit them anywhere on the little bottom there, which is what makes that strategy pretty viable. We'll retract its tentacles again. We go in and bomb. 2 hits down, 2 to go. Now, something interesting about Flora's boss theme here. This is actually one of my favorite themes in the game, just because it sounds really haunting and really cool. The thing is, in the original release of Metroid Prime, the NCSC version, the original US release of the game, because this game was developed in America by Retro Studios. It was the most unstable version of this game. Not unstable to the point where anything was really unplayable, but just unstable to the point where there are a lot of things that didn't exactly work the way they should. One of these things is some collision detection was a bit off, allowing you to climb on slopes that you really shouldn't be able to. Stuff like that. It's the preferred version to speedrun this game. One other thing that went wrong in the original release is the looping on Flora's boss theme here. The very first, like, let's say 15 to 20 seconds at the very beginning, where it just kind of built up before the main real melody came in, that would just keep looping over and over at nauseum. You didn't get to hear the rest of the song at all, which was a serious shame because this song is really cool. Again, it's one of my favorites in this game. Just take all these out. Alright. Actually took him out before Flora got to knock one of the mirrors back up. Because it can do that, but it's not really too much of an issue. Alright, last hit. Flora's been defeated, and we've gotten another medal. And just like that, we have gotten rid of the source of all the poison in the Chozo Ruins. So, all the water is now clear once again. And we are rewarded for our efforts. So yeah, we kind of have a case of Lion King syndrome going on here. Once we've beaten the boss, everything's good. Oh, there's still enemies all over the place, but everything's good. So maybe it's more of an Okami thing. After you've beaten the boss, everything is beautiful again. Well, not beautiful. This place is still ruins, but you know what I mean. Anyway, this is not the screw attack. Alright, whenever you see a symbol like this is a suit upgrade. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reacquired our various suits, which now gives us pretty much everything we had at the very start of the game except for the grapple beam. So now, our defensive capabilities have increased. We are now able to access areas of dangerous heat. So now we can actually go down into the magma caverns and, you know, actually do stuff down there without the threat of dying. Well, gallery unlocked for purchase. Now that would be one thing in the secrets menu, out in the main menu of the trilogy. But again, I'll get into all that stuff much later on. And, can I scan the flower or anything here? No? Nothing interesting to, you know, scan to get some info on? No? Ah, well. Alright, well, I guess there's nothing left for us to do but move on. But yeah, as you can see here, we can just freely travel through the water here. It is no longer poisoned. We don't take any damage, but we move like a freaking rock when we're in water because, well, we're kind of in a really heavy metal suit. Now, this here, I believe, would normally be where we first encountered the Ultra Energy here, but I kind of jumped the gun a little earlier and got some there. But you know what? That's fine. It's fine. And up here, we also got a new enemy. I'll be seeing a little bit of in an area up ahead. This is a Pulse Bombu. Life form of raw energy, periodically releases explosive segments from its body. Pulse Bombus are energy beings invulnerable to most known weapons. Electrical energy can harm them, however. They lack any intelligence beyond an instinctive attraction to other charged energy sources. Pulse Bombus produce an energy constantly. All excess energy is shared regardless of who or what may be nearby. So there's nothing we can do to defeat this thing right now. And if we charge the charge beam while we're near one, it'll come charging towards us. So, yeah. We'll find a way to deal with those things a little later on. And now we're in this huge tower that we were in before. And can I get a good camera angle to... No? Maybe? Oh, let's see if I can... see one from here? See little creatures down there. And wait, get... Well, I landed on one of these things here, which normally I wouldn't think to do, but I just want to scan one of these things early. This is an Oculus. Wall crawler that generates electric pulses. The Oculus exposes its single eye when active. The electrical field that covers it is enough to deter most predators. If the Oculus detects anything capable of presenting a real threat, it retracts into its impermeable shell. So yeah, another thing we can't really deal with. And yeah, not really supposed to jump on those, but hey, I did just because I wanted to get that out of the way. Not going to deal with the wasps. And with that, we have done everything that we can in the Chozo Ruins for the time being. Now, there are obviously still rooms here, as we can see on the map, that we have not explored yet. But guys, this is a Metroid game. We're going to be back later, just for anything, really. But for the time being, let us go back down toward Magma Caverns. We can pretty much speed along through here because I kind of already shown what's going on here. Just this little tower segment here we can just drop down. Shriek bats, because of course there are. got a lot of little visual effects on the visor whenever we walk through some of those heat vents here. Just like, yeah, you can get the feeling that this is really hot. Really hot. Well, of course we are in cabins filled with lava, and we were in a situation where if we went beyond this door we would have taken damage, but now we have the various suit, so we are fine. Now I scanned those enemies last time, as you may or may not recall. And with that, we can just... Well, here is a new enemy for us, though. This is a burrower, tunneling insect predator. The burrower is similar to the beetle, though it prefers to spend more time underground. It seeks seismic disturbances, then surfaces to attack. It has enough cunning to realize when something is too large for it to handle. Beyond that, it is fairly ignorant. What it lacks in brains, it makes up for with aggression. Yeah, these things can be a little bit annoying to take care of. Sometimes. That one was taken out pretty easily. Yeah. Anyway. Here's our official welcome to Magmoor Caverns. Any of you that have played Super Metroid may recognize the music in the background here. This is a remix of the Ridley's Hideouts area in Super Metroid. I forget which part of Zebes that area was from. It might have been... Oh, whatever. It's basically its own area anyway. But anyway. New creature, Magmoor. A fire-breathing serpent that dwells in lava. Magmoors prefer extreme heat zones and are susceptible to frigid attack forms. Sightless, they navigate the lava currents using their sonoreceptors. Magmoors have a keen sense of smell, enabling them to pinpoint targets with startling accuracy. So let's just get rid of this thing now because it is big and therefore a threat. Another new creature over here. A puffer. Unstable gas-filled organism will rupture on contact. Puffers fill their bodies with lethal megavibrium gas and float about in search for food. If ruptured, the gas within the puffer is violently released. Despite their fragile bodies, puffers are aggressive hunters. The gas cloud they release upon death is often fatal to the creature that brings them down as well. So, basically, take care of these things from a distance and you'll be fine. Yeah, the charge beam's not exactly powerful enough to bring over something from that distance, but we're fine. Another one of you guys. And that right there is pretty much the method of pretty much mashing missiles that I was trying to demonstrate in the Parasite Queen fight at the start of the game back on the frigate Orpheon. Anything new in there? Nope. Dead end possibly? No. Stress fractures can be seen all throughout this sandstone wall. And sandstone is something that multiple bombs are capable of destroying. Sandstone or telluric alloy. So if you find something like that and aren't really willing to experiment with any of your weaponry to find out what breaks it, you can always come into your inventory here and check out the weapon in question, and which will tell you what exactly it can break. So in this case, we want to use our morph bombs. And travel on through with the morph ball, as is pretty obvious. Puffers everywhere! And I shouldn't have to say it, but don't venture into those gas clouds. They hurt. They hurt. Come on through this way, and we find ourselves a room with more enemies. These are Triclops. Hard-shelled creature with powerful jaws. The Triclops is a hunter-gatherer. It collects small creatures and bits of foodstuff, then deposits them elsewhere for later consumption. The hard tripartite mandibles it uses to move earth and rock are quite strong and difficult to escape once ensnared. And of course, the game is going to immediately make us shrink down to our smallest possible size and face off against them. Now, when you get near them, they will start coming for you like that. After that, they'll just try to take you back over to where you came from and spit you back out. Or if you just really, with the analog stick, you can get out a bit earlier. What you want to do is you want to try to lure them a little bit and plant a bomb right in front of them so you can kill them that way. The timing of which can be a little finicky sometimes. So we're done there. Now we're in a much larger room with a lot more heat vents. Anything anything new for us. That won't be a... yeah. Oh well. We're in this new room here. First thing I want to do is... I believe, come down here. Onto this little cave, and we have another morph ball tunnel for us, which will take us into yet another section filled with Triclops. Come on. Also, I never really went over this with the morph ball bombs, but you can't exactly spam them everywhere. As you can see up the top there, you got 3 little hexagons that lose their light whenever you use a bomb. Yeah, you are limited to using only 3 bombs at a time, which is pretty much just to prevent you from trying to bomb jump all the friggin' time like you could in games like Super Metroid, where if you could do it properly, it was absolutely powerful, allowing you to get just about anywhere you wanted. That is not the case here because we are in a 3D game, and you know that would just completely break it to absolute pieces. Come up into this little area here. More boxes. Oh, and you might have actually been able to see that there. Maybe I can get it to happen again. Yeah, whenever you got a bit of a light source close to you like that, if you look really closely, you can actually kind of see Samus's reflection in the visor, which is a really cool touch. Like, really, the guys who made this game went above and beyond to add all kinds of little visual nuances like that. The only thing that the trilogy version is missing in terms of that is, you know, there's a little bit of a visual effect that happens when you charge up your beam with various weapons that isn't apparent in this, which I think just may be due to the fact that, you know, unlike in the original Metroid Prime, we can, you know, just wave our arm around like this. But yeah, but other than that, there's still so many visual details in this game that's just, it's really, really cool. It really went just well beyond the mark with anything they would have had to do. Alright, so finding our way back out of here is pretty simple. Just back this way, through this tunnel. If I can actually get back in. Alright. I don't believe there's anything else for us at the moment, so we are free to just move on over this way? No, not this way. Somewhat this way? Kind of this way. Yeah, this way. Move up these platforms here. And yeah, that's what happens when you go into the gas clouds. Luckily, one of them dropped tons of energy for me. And we're pretty much nearing the end of our visit to Magmore Caverns here. But we're going to be back in this place many more times because think of Magmore Caverns as kind of this central hub of Talon 4. You can get to pretty much every other area in the game from Magmore Caverns. Yep, and the auto defense turrets are back and a little beefier this time. Now, they got an increase in health, but they are not considered new enemies. Not yet, anyway. Alright. Is there anything for us in this door over here? Oh. A seemingly glass tunnel, which is cracked in places. I wonder if we have to do anything here. Oh, hello. Flame jets, because of course. Anything new for us? Was that a... That might have been, something. Now, I am, you know, I'm unintentional. Well, not unintentionally. I'm intentionally going the wrong way again. Just, oh, get rid of you. No, 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 don't push me into the lava, please. That's, no. There we go. Yeah, can't exactly traverse this just yet. So I could probably just tank the damage, but you know what? It's pretty obvious at this point that this is not the way in which I'm supposed to go, so I'm just going to go back the other way and get a move on. If only because I'm running up on time for the episode. What am I doing? I just morph ball everywhere. It's faster this way. And more fun. But I did move 2 rooms away, meaning the turrets are back. Oh well. Easily dealt with. For the most part. Freaking hot shot. So pretty much just have one more major room to climb here before we get to the next area, which I'll probably end things off. Yeah. And of course, puffers everywhere. There's another one, isn't there? Yes, there is. It's a very inconvenient spot for that gas to be. A little control center in here, which I guess we can snoop around a little bit. Immersion pistons are leaching power from magma pools. So, the space pirates seem to have been doing some stuff, and they're using geothermal power for something. Yes, so they're using the power of the magma in the caverns themselves for something. Local crystal formations possess low phazon residue. Oh. Whatever this phazon is, it's really spreading around, and apparently it's fetching a high price. Any signs of magma predators? Yada yada. Just safety precautions. Can't get up there just yet. We can't jump high enough. Alright, final stretch. Which we're going to have to be doing a bit of morphball jumping. Luckily, I can still do this. And again, you couldn't take advantage of this in the original version because you didn't have a jump the way Metroid Prime 3 did. Right. And these are steel things we can just break with the bombs. They take 2 bombs to take care of. Move on through here. And we have ourselves another elevator to Phendrana Drifts North. Now, why do I like the sound of that? So, I'm just gonna move through here and break some of this ice. Can I use missiles? Yes. So, charge beam and missiles take care of the ice here, so I'm just gonna move ahead to a save point so we can end things off. But not before we see this. Welcome to my favorite area in the game, Phendrana Drifts, the snow worlds, which I'll be gushing about next time on Let's Play Metroid Prime, as I make my way over to a save room, which is just over behind here. So I'll start scanning enemies and just exploring around next time, as well as again gushing because I love this place so much. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, guys, my name is Matt Omega, and I'll see you guys later.